Hello and welcome back to Premier League Predictions, the show which does what it says on the tin. We're here to predict game week 14 of the 23-24 Premier League season. Harry, good season so far?
It has been a good year. It's a very competitive year as well. Thoroughly enjoying it at the moment. We are only 14 game weeks in. It's very exciting. We're not even halfway there. And it looks like the league's starting to take shape.
It is indeed. And sat top of the table are Arsenal. And they are our first game, the Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. No 12:30 this week. So our first game is a 3 o'clock kickoff between Arsenal and Wolves, celebrating the lack of a 12:30. Don't think we'll be celebrating that when we're up at 8 o'clock. But, well, 10 o'clock at the end of the match. Arsenal-Wolves, though. Arsenal sat top of the table. The last time a team top of the table played as the first kickoff on the Saturday, they dropped points and slipped from top. That was last weekend. Man City drawing with Liverpool. So, Arsenal, can they avoid that fate? Or will Wolves pull off an upset? Or will VAR have another big controversy against Wolves? Who knows? What do you think, Harry?
Wolves, again, you could argue they were a little bit very unlucky at Craven Cottage. They just don't get the rub of the green ever with VAR. I don't think that will matter in this game. I'll go for a convincing Arsenal win. 2-0 to the Gunners with a goal from Bukayo Saka and a goal from Martin Odegaard. Is he injured? No, he's not.
No, he's not. Fair enough. I will say... I'll go 1-0 Wolves. I think it will be Gary O'Neill for a corner. Let's get a head home and then put his middle finger up at whoever the referee is. Now, I'll say 2-1 Arsenal. Wolves will get that first goal for Gary O'Neill or Craig Dawson. And then Arsenal will get 2 and it will be... Who scores for Arsenal? I'll go Kai Havertz to make it 4-4 if you count the game he played at left back for Germany. And then I will say Jorginho from the spot. And it'll be both the ex-Chelsea players scoring for Arsenal. Up next, an all-London affair of sorts. It's Brentford versus Luton. Two sides who wouldn't call themselves London clubs, but they are both in and around the London area. So we'll refer to it as such. Brentford, they've not had a poor season, but they've also not had a season to shout or write home about. Luton Town, I think by their standards, very, very good season. Currently sitting at 17th in the table, 3 points or 4 points above the relegation zone. So very good from them. Is this a winnable game? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, Luton are really well. They've challenged in every single game they've played this year, even against the likes of Tottenham and Liverpool. They've given it a really good go. I think they'll do the same here, but I don't think they'll come away with any points. I will go 1-0 Brentford. Ben Mee from a corner.
Fair enough. I'm going to back it the other way. I'm going to go Brentford 0, Luton 1. And I will say Tayden Mengi got the goal last weekend against Crystal Palace. And I think he'll get another one here. And everyone will be calling him God. So I think he'll score Luton down to get another 3 points on the board, which could be crucial, as the next game will definitely be points for one relegation rival. It's Burnley versus Sheffield United. Burnley, bottom of the table right now, 4 points to their name and a difficult start to life in the Premier League under Vincent Kompany. Sheffield United have done better than most expected, picking up 5 points already this season. Very impressive stuff. Currently sat 18th. Their teams below them are Burnley and Everton with a points deduction. So, can Sheffield United get a very big 3 points here and pull away from Burnley, or will Burnley jump them in this big 3 o'clock kickoff?
I think it's be a close game because I think most people would probably favour Burnley, but they play really attacking football, and Sheffield United in their defensive block and don't let anything through. I think it could be an interesting affair, and I think it'll be a close game.
Fair enough.
I think Burnley will take the lead, and it will be a goal from Zeki Amdouni. He's done it right this season. And then an equaliser from George Baldock. It's going to be an absolute belter from 20 yards to send the away fans into absolute rapture.
This is the most biased thing I've ever heard. So you're going Burnley 1, Sheffield United 1?
Burnley 1, Sheffield United 1.
You love to see it. I will say 0-0 because I don't think anyone's going to be watching the 3 o'clock kickoffs rolling on Sky because there's 3 games, one of which should be... No, there's 3 games. Yeah, one of which should be Arsenal winning quite convincingly. Yeah. The other of which should be Brentford probably beating Luton, if we're being honest. I've predicted otherwise, but if we're being honest. And then this one, which the majority of Prem fans couldn't care less about. So I think it'll be 0-0 and nobody will pay any attention to it. There'll be a clean sheet in there for George Baldock owners who've accidentally started him. And for people who, for some reason, have James Trafford. I know a mate who's got him, and Burnley haven't kept a clean sheet this season, but alas. So, I think it'll be a pretty predictably boring 0-0, and I will say no one will score. I was about to say some goals scored, but no one's scoring any goals. On to the 5:30 then, and it rivals some of the other poor 5:30s about this season for the worst 5:30 kickoff. Nottingham Forest versus Everton. Forest not a bad side, but 1 win in their last 5 is not ideal. As for Everton, they are, desperate to recoup some points following their 10-point deduction. Last weekend against Manchester United started horrendously when Alejandro Garnacho decided to be prime Wayne Rooney for 3 minutes and didn't get much better from there. But if they can weather an early storm from Forest, do you have them as the winners here? Or are Forest better than Everton?
I think this could be a really dull game, but I'm going to go towards the end, a goal for Nottingham Forest. I'll go 1-0 to the home side. Gibbs White, probably really nice finish in the end, but it'll be a really good show from Everton, holding on for 80-85 minutes. Pickford's going to be making save of the months again. And then Gibbs White's got to undo all his hard work. 1-0 to the Reds. The Forest?
I had no idea. Do they have it? I guess it is the Forest.
Yeah, the Forest.
Don't know what Nottingham Forest nickname would be. I think that's quite interesting. A lot of my prediction rides on whether Abdoulaye Doucouré is fit. I think he went down injured recently, and if he's not fit, Everton will lose. So I think this will be a draw. I'll go in the middle. I'll say 2-2. A bit of a cracker for 5:30. No one's going to be watching it because they're all going to be watching our stream of the Euro 2024 draw. Check us out there. We'll be live for it. We're not going to be drawing any of the balls, but you can hear our live reactions to the 2024 Euro. It's not Mario Kart, guys. We've got 2 random kids in England to do it instead. That's what the people want to see. Okay, I'll go 2-2. I will say Gibbs White and Serge Aurier.
Sure,
For Nottingham Forest. And then for Everton, I will go Beto. I predict him to score every week. He doesn't, but he will one day. And I will say, is James Garner fit?
Don't know.
Sorry if he isn't, but I'm going for James Garner. Sorry, Everton fans. We really should research more. On to the 8 o'clock kickoff then. We can't predict here because we are live. What are we live for, Harry?
Newcastle United.
Yes.
Not just Newcastle. We're not Newcastle Man United. No, I'm not going to sit and watch Newcastle for a bit.
Yeah, well, we might watch Newcastle for it. Depends on United turn up or not. But Newcastle vs Manchester United, an 8 o'clock kickoff away at Newcastle. Going to be a difficult journey for Man United. Can they win, or will it be similar to Galatasaray? Who knows? But join us there. Should be a very good stream. We're live early for the Euro draw, and then we'll be live a couple hours later for the Newcastle Man United game. So a lot going on Saturday evening. Tune in to the Football Chat live. On to Sunday then, and we've got a plethora of action for you as teams competing in Europe in the midweek now have their Premier League games moved to Sunday. Up first, it's Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. Bournemouth have had a tricky campaign under Anthony Iraola, but with Everton's points deduction and everyone else and the 3 promoted sides not being very good, they have climbed out of the relegation zone. This will be a tough test though against an Aston Villa side who now find themselves 4th in the table, and a win here could be enough to go top if results elsewhere go their way. So, will it be a comfy win for Villa or another silly error?
No, it should be a comfy win for Villa, and I think it will be. Bournemouth haven't really showed too much this season. I'll go 2-0 to Unai Emery's side. It'll be a goal in the first half from Watkins and a goal in the second half from Douglas Luiz.
Fair enough. I think that's a fairly good prediction. I will say only 1-0 Aston Villa, and I think it'll come the way of Matty Cash. Because I heard a Villa chant about Matty Cash. I don't know if you've seen this yet.
He's not fit, is he?
Is he not? Oh well, if he is fit, he'll score. But if he isn't, then he won't. But there was a good chance. I'll predict him to score next time. But if he isn't fit, then I'll go for Leon Bailey. Same place, same time. He'll score.
Fair enough.
There we go. But yeah, I wanted to say Matty Cash. I saw a great chant from an American Aston Villa fan. Which if you haven't seen yet, go and find that. I don't know how. Just saw it. Up next, Chelsea. This prediction's been all over the place. Chelsea versus Brighton next. It should be an interesting game. Chelsea trying to push back up the Premier League table, find themselves 10th at the moment, and Brighton on the outskirts of European football. So, which side will come out on top?
Chelsea were really, really poor against Newcastle, and that is the concern. But Brighton are a bit hit and miss themselves, but I don't think they miss as bad as Chelsea do sometimes. I am going to go 2-1 to the away side. I think Chelsea will take the lead at the bridge through Nicholas Jackson, but a second half response from Mitoma and Billy Gilmore will get ex-Chelsea will refuse to celebrate, which is nice of him. But I think Brighton will come away with all 3 points.
That is a shame. That is a shame. I will say Chelsea 4, Brighton 3. think the one thing you can say about Chelsea games this season is that they've not been boring, and I think it will be a lively game at the Bridge. I will say a Nicholas Jackson goal. Then it'll be for Brighton. See, Brighton have got a lot of injuries. No Tariq Lamptey, no Ansu Fati, potentially no Kwara Mitoma.
He's injured, isn't he?
What, who?
Mate was injured.
Yeah. Did you say he was going to score?
Yeah, sorry. I'll go Gilmore and Ferguson.
There we go. So, yeah, load of injuries for Brighton. So, I think they may struggle a little bit. I say Pascal Gross will score Evan Ferguson. They'll go 2-1 up. Then they'll go 3-1 up through Danny Welbeck, if he's fit, which I think he probably isn't. But if he is, he'll score. If it isn't him, it'll be Igor. Then for Chelsea, once they're 3-1 down, they'll get 3 goals in the second half through Moise Caicedo against his former club, Mark Cucurella against his former club, and I was trying to think the other one is, which Robert Sanchez is. I don't think he's going to bang.
He gets a 4.
Levi Colwill against his former loan club.
Didn't he?
Disassi against the place he went on holiday once. I don't know. No.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we've forgotten who's fit today.
Got so many injuries. Anyway, we're going to now this next one. We've got 3 more games. We're going to get them all spot on. Let's restore some order. Liverpool versus Fulham. We could do this. Liverpool currently sit 3rd in the Premier League table. A very good campaign for them and a big draw against Manchester City last time out. Fulham are crap. So, what do we think of this one, Harry?
Fulham got really lucky on Monday night with Willian scoring 2 penalties.
Yeah.
I think he will score again, but it won't be enough to get the win. I'll go 2-1 Liverpool. I think Willian from the spot will give Fulham the lead, but a good response from Mo Salah and Darwizzy Núñez to get the win across the line for Liverpool.
Fulham need a good battering. And I'm sorry I'm sorry to any Fulham fans out there, but you were not very good last season and finished 10th. You've not been very good this season and yet are somehow not currently being relegated. Liverpool are going to score 6 here. It's going to be 6-0. Yes. Salah gets 2. Diaz gets 1. Núñez accidentally scores. Then it will be... I was going to say James Milner doesn't even play for them anymore. Alexis McAllister, and there's no Liverpool ex-Fulham players. So I will say, because Carvalho's not there at the moment, so I will say Kostas Tsimikas for FPL
you're
points.
Right. Fulham never get tanked.
No, they don't.
They have a proper battering.
I don't know how, because Fulham aren't that good. When they played Chelsea earlier this season, just nothing. There was nothing. They were terrible defensively, and they haven't got a striker. Yet somehow they seem to just lose 1-0 or get really lucky against Wolves. So
the Willian effect.
Exactly that. So I think they will get battered here. A big win for Liverpool. Up next, West Ham versus Crystal Palace. West Ham have had a very decent season. They find themselves on the outskirts of the Champions League places. Crystal Palace have had a difficult campaign at times, but overall a strong season. And I think now, well, they look very good with Eberechi Eze back, but he's injured again. Decore's injured now. Joel Ward still plays for them. So a lot of problems for Crystal Palace. Is this a fairly easy victory for West Ham?
I mean, this is the battle of the backwards thinkers. You know, you've got Moyes and Hodgson here. What? This is a clash for the Titans.
That is harsh on David Moyes and Roy Hodgson. Back in their day, they were innovative.
And they still are. Both sides are playing some decent stuff. But I'll go 1-1. I think West Ham will open the scoring through James Ward-Prowse. It's going to be a lovely free kick. Yeah. Joel Ward's going to give it away on the edge of the area.
Of course he is.
Crystal Palace will then get an equaliser through Odsonne-Edouard.
Fair enough. I will say West Ham 3, Crystal Palace 1. I think Joel Ward will open the scoring for West Ham. Then he'll level it up for Crystal Palace. And then it will be a corner. And I'm going to go for the same prediction I have every single week. James Ward-Prowse is going to put in a corner. And Neo Akwad's going to head it home. And that'll be West Ham 2nd. And then for a 3rd, I will say... Oh, Antonio's injured, isn't he? I'll go Mubama.
Yeah.
Mubama, there we go, with the winner.
All the avid Premier League predictions watchers have sat here for the whole thing. Watch the complete shit show it's been, just to hear you say that Aguilar's going to score a corner.
That's put in by James Ward-Prowse. Right, final game. It's Manchester City versus Tottenham. Guess what? We're live for it. 4:30 kickoff. We'll be live from 4:15. Manchester City versus Tottenham. City need to win to stay in the title race. Well, provided Arsenal beat Wolves. we'll still be in the title race, but to keep track with Arsenal. And Tottenham, well, often they can take points away from Manchester City, but without any of their good players, that's going to be difficult. So, can they do it? Tune in on Sunday. Loads of stream this weekend, should be good. If you need something to watch tonight, you just can't get enough. You're like Timo Werner in the shed. I will then tune in to our stream on the Women's Football Chat. We'll be live for England versus Netherlands in the Women's Nations League. Can England qualify for the Olympics? Who knows? And then join us on Saturday, as I say, Euro 2024 draw at 6:45, and then the Newcastle versus Manchester United stream at 7:45 on the Sunday, Manchester City versus Tottenham. So loads of streams. We've got more coming next week. We've got a special edition of Prem Predictions coming on Monday for a midweek game week. So join us there. Loads of stuff coming this week. That is all we've got time for today, though. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. Comment your predictions below. Thanks if you've got through this. It's been a weird one. Thank you very, very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.